Hello and welcome to the 15th annual LD Micro main event here at the Lux in Los Angeles. Today I'm joined by Avi Goldin, CFO of Genie Energy, ticker symbol GNE on the New York Stock Exchange. Avi, thank you so much for joining us here today.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad it worked out.
We're excited to hear more about your story. If you'd like to go ahead and begin by telling the audience a little bit about what Genie Energy does, we can go from there.
Sure. So we are engaged in two exciting lines of business. We're a retail energy company with over 280,000 customers across 18 deregulated states in the United States. It's a business we've been in for quite some time, and we're very excited about its growth prospects and the profits that it's been generating. On the other side of the business, we are actively engaged in building out a solar energy company. So some very exciting things that are happening on the solar front. We have the ability to execute projects all the way from the very front end of their greenfield stage, when they're really just an idea that solar might be a good place, this might be a good place for solar to be, all the way through contracting, building, manufacturing, and finding people to buy the power.
Excellent. You mind elaborating a little bit more on the retail side?
Sure. So we operate in retail places where retail has been deregulated. So the electricity and natural gas has been separated from transmission and delivery. So we go in there and we utilize a host of innovative marketing techniques, which is sometimes a fancy way of saying door-to-door and outbound telemarketing and other ways of getting customers to hear about our products. We sell fixed rate products, variable rate products, green, brown, across a variety of different brands and different sort of market segments. Once a customer becomes part of our family, we are obliged to deliver their power and natural gas into the markets as they use it. And we'll go out and we'll look to manage that risk using the different hedging products and through the power markets.
Excellent. So would you say you're focused on both B2B and B2C?
So we have a B2B slice. It's a little bit smaller, but most of our customer base is B2C. Excellent. So we're going after the residential market mostly.
Great. And how did you get involved with the company? What's your background?
So I used to work for a company called IDT Corporation, which is a large international conglomerate. And Genie Energy was spun out from IDT in November of 2011. We're one of 5 spun-off companies that came from the IDT family. And I was working for them in a corporate development capacity. And the CFO spot came up, and I was able to sort of land it. Wow.
And I know you slightly touched on this just a second ago, but what's the marketing strategy look like? We're reaching those B2C customers. You mentioned, going out there working.
So it's a lot of sort of grassroots marketing. So it's door to door, outbound telemarketing. We'll do some online stuff as well, search engine optimization, email blasts, those kinds of things. All just different ways of trying to get our product set in front of customers so that they can learn about the things that we're offering.
Terrific. And what are some of the new products or technologies you're working on?
So within the retail energy business, a lot of the different products revolve around green energy. That's a very exciting piece of the segment. For our green energy products, we'll go out there and we'll acquire green credits. They're called RECs, that are effectively ways in which the industry is used to sort of build itself. So it's a way for a customer to feel that they're contributing to the environment by buying a green product.
Smart.
We're also selling fixed rate products, variable rate products of different types of durations. For us, operating in so many different states and so many different locations on so many different product channels, it's really about finding the right mix of what product will sell in each different market.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the financial side, how would you summarize the company's bottom line?
So our financial performance has been extremely strong of late. We were well positioned from a financial position relative to the power markets as they evolved over the course of 2022. So our financial results have been extremely strong, and it's enabled us to add a lot of capital to our balance sheet. We've got our last reported number was about $67 million of cash on the balance sheet, but working capital far in excess of that number.
Terrific. And off of that, I understand there might be some news you'd like to share?
Yeah, so we announced about a month ago, so it's still fresh for us, but on the solar side of the business, so 67 megawatts of site control. So that's a 30 megawatt project and an additional 7 smaller community solar projects that we're looking to do New York. So these are our first sort of projects that we brought into the family on the solar side, and we're extremely excited about their prospects.
Great. And I understand you might also be working on some mergers and acquisitions. What's in the pipeline there?
So for us, M&A, from an industry perspective, M&A is always sort of ongoing. There's it's a way that we see potentially adding customers to the book without, in an accelerated fashion. So it's, the market's been a little tough of late from an M&A perspective, but we do think that it's going to pick up. Some of what's happening in the energy markets from a volatility perspective are going to push some of the smaller, less well-capitalized players to look to sell.
And obviously the landscape has been rocky the last 2.5 years. What have you done to kind of overcome those obstacles?
Look, for us, it's interesting. People ask us particularly about COVID and its impact on our business and how things have been. As a seller of power to residential customers, we actually saw a little bit of an uptick in load. So some people were no longer working from their offices; they were working from home, and they were buying more power from us. So we were able to weather a lot of that storm pretty well as it related to it from a financial perspective.
Fantastic. And in closing, is there anything that you'd like to share with investors? Any big announcements that you're able to share?
So nothing too exciting on the horizon. I mean, look, we like to position ourselves as somewhat of a unique company in the sense that we pay dividends. We've got a very strong balance sheet, while at the same time we're buying back shares. We're engaged in a lot of shareholder-friendly programs, but really investing in growth across all of our businesses at the same time.
Avi, it sounds like you're doing a lot of amazing things. We look forward to following the story of Genie Energy. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us, and we look forward to following along.
I appreciate it. It's great to meet you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.